For the leader, a psalm of David. In you, Yahweh, I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your justice, save me. Turn your ear toward me. Come quickly to rescue. Come quickly to my rescue. Be for me a rock of strength, a fortress to keep me safe. Since you are my rock and fortress, lead me and guide me for your name's sake. Free me from the net they have hidden to catch me, because you are my strength. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You will redeem me, Yahweh, God of truth. I hate those who serve worthless idols. As for me, I trust Yahweh. I will rejoice and be glad in your grace, for you see my affliction. You know how distressed I am. You did not hand me over to the enemy. You set my feet where I can move freely. Show me favor, Yahweh, for I am in trouble. My eyes grow dim with anger, my soul and body as well. For my life is worn out with sorrow, and my years with sighing. My strength gives out under my guilt, and my bones are wasting away. I am scorned by all my adversaries, and even more by my neighbors, even to acquaintances. I am an object of fear. When they see me in the streets, they turn away from me. Like a dead man, I have passed from their minds. I have become like a broken pot. All I hear is whispering, terror all around me. They plot together against me, scheming to take my life. But I trust in you, Yahweh. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hand. Rescue me from my enemy's power, from those who persecute me. Make your face shine on your servant. In your grace, save me. Yahweh, don't let me be put to shame, for I have called on you. Let the wicked be put to shame. Let them be silenced in Sheol. May lying lips be struck dumb, that speak insolently against the righteous with such pride and contempt. But oh, how great is your goodness, which you have stored up with those who fear you, which you do for those who take refuge in you, before people's very eyes. In the shelter of your presence you hide them from the human plots. You conceal them in your shelter. Save them, safe from contentious tongues. Blessed be Yahweh, for he has shown me his amazing grace. When I was in a city under siege, as for me, in my alarm I said, I have been cut off from your sight. Nevertheless, you heard my pleas when I cried out to you. Love Yahweh, you faithful of his. Yahweh preserves the loyal, but the proud he repays in full. Be strong and fill your hearts with courage, all of you who have hope in Yahweh. By David of Miskil. How blessed are those whose offense is forgiven, those whose sin is covered. How blessed is those whom Yahweh imputes no guilt, in whose spirit is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away because of my groanings all day long. Day and night your hand was heavy on me. The sap in me dried up as in a summer drought. When I acknowledged my sin to you, when I stopped concealing my guilt, I said, I will confess my offenses to Yahweh. Then you forgave the guilt of my sin. This is what everyone's faithful should pray at a time when you can be found. Then, when the floodwaters are raging, they will not reach to him. You are a hiding place for me. You will keep me from distress. You will surround me with songs of deliverance. I will instruct and teach you in this way you are to go. I will give you counsel. My eyes will be watching you. Don't be like a horse or mule that has no understanding, that has to be curbed with bit and bridle, or else it won't come near you. Many are the torments of the wicked, but grace surrounded those whose trust is in Yahweh. Be glad in Yahweh. Rejoice, you righteous. Shout for joy, all you upright in heart. Rejoice in Yahweh, you righteous. Praise is well suited to the upright. Give thanks to Yahweh with the lyre. Sing praises to him with a 10-stringed harp. Sing to him a new song. Make music at your best among shouts of joy. For the word of Yahweh is true, and all his work is trustworthy. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of grace of Yahweh. By the word of Yahweh the heavens were made, and their whole host by a breath from his mouth. He collects the sea waters together in a heap. He puts the deeps in storehouses. Let all the earth fear Yahweh. Let all living in the world stand in awe of him. For he spoke, and there it was. He commanded, and there it stood. Yahweh brings to nothing the plans of nations. He foils the plans of the peoples, but the counsel of Yahweh stands forever. His heart's plans are for all generations. How blessed is the nation of whose God is Yahweh, the people he chose as his heritage. Yahweh looks out from heaven. He sees every human being from the places where he lives. From the place where he lives, he watches everyone living on earth. He who fashioned the hearts of them all and understands all they do. The king is not saved by the size of his army. A strong man is not delivered by his great strength. To rely on a horse for safety is vain, nor does its great power assure escape. But Yahweh's eyes watch over those who fear him, over those who wait for his grace, to rescue them from death and keep them alive in famine. We are waiting for Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. For in him our hearts rejoice, because we trust in his holy name. May your mercy, Yahweh, be over us, because we put our hope in you. By David, when he pretended to be insane before Abimelech, who then drove him away, so he left. I will bless Yahweh at all times. His praise will always be in my mouth. When I boast, it will be all about Yahweh. The humble will hear of it and be glad. Proclaim with me the greatness of Yahweh. Let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahweh, and he answered me. He rescued me from everything I feared. They looked to him who grew radiant. Their faces will never blush for shame. This poor man cried. Yahweh heard and saved him from all his troubles. The angel of Yahweh, who encamps around those who fear him, delivered them. Taste and see that Yahweh is good. How blessed are those who take refuge in him. Fear Yahweh, you holy ones of his, and those who fear him lack nothing. Young lions can be needy, they can grow hungry. Those who seek Yahweh lack nothing good. Come, children, listen to me. I will teach you the fear of Yahweh. Which of you takes pleasure in living, who wants a long life and to see good things? If you do, keep your tongue from evil, and your lips from deceiving talk. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and go after it. The eyes of Yahweh watch over the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. But the face of Yahweh opposes those who do evil, to cut off the memory of them from the earth. The righteous cry out, and Yahweh heard, and he saved them from all their troubles. Yahweh is near to those who have broken hearts. He saves those whose spirit is crushed. The righteous person suffers many evils, but Yahweh rescues him out of them all. He protects all his bones. None of them gets broken. Evil will kill the wicked, and those who hate the righteous will be condemned. But Yahweh redeems his servants. No one who takes refuge in him will be condemned. By David. Yahweh, oppose those who oppose me. Fight against those who fight against me. Grasp your shield and protective gear, and rise to my defense. Brandish spear and battle axe against my pursuers. Let me hear you say, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to confusion. May those who are plotting harm for me be repulsed and put to shame. May those like chaff before the wind, the angel of Yahweh to drive them on. May their way be dark and slippery, and the angel of Yahweh to pursue them. For unprovoked they hid their net over a pit. Unprovoked they dug it for me. May destruction come over him. May destruction come over him unawares. May the net he concealed catch himself. May he fall into it, be destroyed. Then I will be joyful in Yahweh. I rejoice in his salvation. All my bones will say, who is like you? Who can rescue the weak from who's stronger, the poor and needy, from those who exploit them? Malicious witness come forward, asking me the things which I know nothing. They repay me evil for good. It makes me feel desolate as a parent bereaved. But I, when they were ill, wore sackcloth. I put myself out and fasted. I can pray that what I prayed for them might also happen to them. I behaved as if I were a friend or my brother. I bent down in sorrow as if mourning my mother. But when I stumbled, they gather in glee. They gather against me strike me unawares, tear me apart unceasingly, with ungodly mocking and grimacing. They grind their teeth at me. Yahweh, how much longer will you look on? Rescue me from their assaults. Save the one life I have from the lions. I will give thanks in the great assembly. I will give you praise among huge crowds of people. Don't let those who are wrongfully my enemies gloat over me, and those who hate me unprovoked, don't let them smirk at me. They don't speak words of peace, but devise ways to deceive the peaceful land. They shout to accuse me. Aha! Aha! We saw you with our own eyes. You saw them, Yahweh. Don't stay silent. Yahweh, don't stay far away from me. Wake up. Get up, my God, my Lord. Defend me and my cause. Give judgment for me, Yahweh, my God, as your righteousness demands. Don't let them gloat over me. Don't let them say to themselves, aha, we got what we wanted, or say, we swallowed them up. May those who gloat over me distressed by disgrace and humiliated. May those who antagonize themselves at my expense be covered with shame and confusion. But may those who delight in my righteousness shout for joy and be glad. Let those who say always, how great is Yahweh, whose delight is in the peace of his servant. Then my tongue tell of your righteousness and praise you all day long.